Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Sanbonani, Sanbonani, Sanbonani. I'm here. I'm here. Sanbonani. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Tembi Mapanga, well known as Omis T. We know we just started the so-called 16 days activism against gender-based violence. And well, though I'm so not supporting the 16 days, I don't feel it's enough. It's not enough. 16 days will never be enough. Gender-based violence is a pandemic, just like our corona. It's a pandemic. So I seriously feel that 16 days is not enough. It's not enough at all. It's not. But well, what can we say? What can we say? What can we do? Hello, welcome, members. Welcome. I'm gonna reintroduce myself. I'm Tengi Mapanga, well known as Miss T, the burn survivor. We're entering this era whereby we are allowed to talk about gender-based violence and be activists, whereas we're supposed to be activists every day. We're supposed to be activists 365 days a year in, year out. That's what we're supposed to be. Everyone is supposed to be an activist, actually. Everybody is supposed to be an activist. We all should be activists. This thing of sheltering uncles and brothers, nephews that are abusing the people we know just because they're breadwinners, it has to come to a stop. You need to take a vow today that if we want a beautiful and a gorgeous goal and a vision and end product, we need to support each other. We need to pledge to support each other. We need to believe. We need to protect. Well, let me tell my story that happened. I know I look like I just burned yesterday. Of course, I didn't burn yesterday. I burned a little while back, way back in 2010. That's my daughter right there. That's my daughter. Hello, daughter. Hello. She's here with us. I'm a domestic violence survivor. I survived. But the question is, are you gonna survive if you're sitting there for it? Are you going to survive? How long are you willing to stay How many chances do you want to give him? How much more does he need to prove that he needs to change? I don't know, maybe 10 times. By then, your eyes will be off. Your ears or your legs, who knows? How long are you willing to stay and give him chances to compromise this beautiful life? Life is beautiful. We are not meant to live in misery. We are not meant to live in misery. You do not want to see yourself in my shoes. I don't know how you will cope. I definitely don't know how you will cope. I'm coping. I have my way. God is on my side. I'm coping very well. I love life. I accepted the things that I cannot change, and I made peace with them. But truly speaking, I do not want somebody who's gonna be a mini me. Somebody who's gonna be some Miss whatever, Ben Survivor coming. No, this is supposed to be the end. This is supposed. I'm supposed to be the end of it. I don't expect to see a 30-year band by men. Duh. Run, nana, run. Balega, ngenyawo zombili so. Gijim. Udle pants. Makase kakushaya. They hit you. Slap you. It went too far. You're too late, actually. Because uqala ngokuhlukumeza emotional abuse. There's different kinds of abusers. Ukwenza ufeel worthless. Ugcina ungasagezi. Cabanga. As a woman, you don't bath because they say you're ugly and you believe them. Oh, you're so ugly. Look at you. You are so ugly. Do you hear that? You are ugly. Of course, you believe that you're ugly. And you stop bathing. You stop putting on that beautiful makeup because they said it doesn't look okay on you. You stop wearing those beautiful shorts because they make you look like we are tenisa. Bakwenza ufile ube mncane. Wakuvumela lokho. Sasa awusesemubi kuphela. Umubi uyavilapha. Bheka ugezi nokugeza. You don't even, you're failing to bath yourself. You're so lazy. You're ugly and lazy. Look at you don't even bath. He give you a very nice slap for it. Ugly, you don't bath. You take it again. Oh yeah, he said I'm ugly and I don't bath. I deserve it. Please beat me. Takes all your energies away. Takes all your personality. They throw it away. Well, you're chilling here with Miss T. Uh, The burn survivor, of course. I'm not only a burn survivor, I'm a domestic violence survivor. But I share my pains with burn survivors who went burned through domestic violence. That's how I got to name myself Misty the burn survivor, because I feel like burn survivors are underrated actually. You know, you walk around, you bend, and you're like, ooh, what's that? Where do you come from? Who are you? Oh, look at that. What's that? The thing we face on our daily basis. It's not easy, but it's doable. When we say it's not easy, we're not saying you can't do it. You can do it. It's doable. You can still look beautiful in those skies. However you got them, however they're inside or outside, or you can still feel beautiful. But isilwane lesi, i-gender-based violence lena, the root cause. What are the root cause of it? Because we sit and say, oh gosh, he's a woman beater. You know, I've realized that most abusers have been abused before. It's just unfortunate because they are men and they can't cry because they are men. They can't talk, they can't share, they can't even tell their buddies, hey buddy, listen, I've been done this and that in my life. Can you sort me out? Can you help me? I just need to talk. Can men learn to talk? Please, can you just learn to talk? Can you just learn to talk? Asikhulumeni. Because the things you do not talk about, they create energy in you, and energy has to move from one point to another. And you men decide to share it by beating your spouses, your partners, your girlfriends. Why don't you go to gym? Go in gym, release that stress. Get some six pack. You look good, I think. But then it's very sad. We as female, we sit desperately wanting to save our marriages, our relationships, just because angifuna ukuba yibuya. Bazothini, talk of the town. I cannot be talk of the town. Lalela, they're gonna talk. Whether, whatever, they're just gonna talk. People are going to talk. Naba Abu, aren't we talking about celebrities every day? Whether they did anything or not, we're talking about them. That is a sign that people always talk. Yeah? Why are you sensitive? Because they're talking, because there's something happening to you. You should learn not to pay attention to things that are not supposed to break you or build you. You're not paying attention to such things. Let them go. People will talk. So abomama sikhulisa abantwana sibakhulisele under abuse. You know umntwana kamama. As a woman, kids mostly belongs to you. You are the shelter. I feel we also contribute in this gender-based thing. But it's so indirect, it's invincible. It's so invisible. It's indirect. It's not visible. You sit there, you get beaten day in, day out with your kids. Kids has to watch you being beaten every day in and day out. You get beaten. And what are the kids supposed to learn? Remember, we create tomorrow by doing it today. We invest for tomorrow today. So the things we do today, they're going to catch up with us tomorrow or in the future. We have kids, like I said, they're small. You sit there, you allow your partner to beat you up. You sit for it. What kind of kids are we bringing up? Are we gonna have brave men and women? Of course not. It's a vicious circle. It's just gonna be like that. Gonna beat and beat. It's a vicious circle. Continuous. It continues. So in a way, our fathers were playing part in this gender-based violence thing. We know that where we are. We're trying to sit so much into it, unaware that we are not doing anyone any good. The kids grow up broken. The kids grow up lacking any sense of remorse. They're so unhappy. So I've seen it, I've done it. It did not work. Look at me. And as I said, I do not expect to see a little mini other survivor like me. Because me sitting here today is trying to avoid and share awareness, not necessarily avoid, sharing awareness that gender-based violence is real. It's so hectic so that you lose your kid or your kids. You lose your looks. You live with this condition that you get introduced to, but because you are alive, you have to love it and accept it. I wasn't born like this. I've learned to love myself like this. I've lived 32 years of my life not like this. And from then I had to love and accept this person that I look in the mirror and adore him and protect him. So can you please pledge that you're gonna be an activist? You don't have to go out there. Wherever you are sitting, be an activist. Protect your kids, protect your nephews, support them, listen to them, and give support. I definitely do not want to see anybody who's going to walk through what I walked and what I went through. It's not a walk in the park. I do not wish it for anyone. Definitely, I do not wish it for anyone. And if you're sitting there and you think you're going to give him or her the chances, Nagi, 34, 50 maybe. I think. I think again. He's not gonna change. They don't change. They get worse. They escalate. Escalator going up. If it's a slap today, tomorrow it's a knife. Tomorrow it's a hammer. The other day it's hot water. It's petrol. It's a gun. You know, they get excited. So take the excitement away and walk away. By taking the excitement away, it's you walking away. You walk away. You save yourself, you save your children, and you save the future. Because if you protect your kids from what's happening now, you're protecting the future. Because we are here today because of the things that our partners that did or are doing to us, they experienced them in the past, but they're catching up with us today. So now that we know better, can we learn from it and put it into action? We put it into action, we mobilize it. We make it happen. We protect the children, the future seed. Can we protect the future seed? There's some demon that doesn't want future that is brighter. But we need to learn. We cannot have things that are happening now that we learn from, that happened before, and we still want them to happen in the future. We cannot allow that. Can we not allow that? It starts with our kids. The kids that we have today, that's where it starts. I don't know, maybe with us we're trying. Probably not enough. As I said, look at me. But can we start with the kids? Can we give them the info that we have, the teachings? If you're a mother and you have a boy child, mothers normally don't get too close to their boy child or boy children. It's very sad. Like there's this distance, I don't know, of some sort. I mean, come on, you gave birth to him. It's a child. Especially when they reach teenagers. They keep distance and we allow it. Landelele. Mfundisa, teach them how life is supposed to be. Remember, kids do not mostly take the things that we tell them. Phila leyo mpilo, live that life. And the kids will adopt it very easily. By living that life, you're planting a good seed that they can watch. Kids take what we do, not what we say. If you're a beater or a fighter in the house or a shouter, well, do exactly. You don't have to tell them to do it. You're just gonna adapt it. It's nature. Gonna behave like that. As adults, of course. Can we protect the future seed? Can we make sure that it doesn't go through the things we're going through. We know better, we wiser. Can we use that? Protect it and avoid, as I said, I do not expect to see a future domestic violence survivor. I definitely don't expect. Making noise, yes, put it out there. I'm putting it out there so it doesn't have to happen to anyone. If you can avoid it, if you can try and mitigate it, it's gonna be better. Well, you chilling here with me, Miss T, the pain survivor and the domestic violence survivor. We're starting the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. It means no violence against kids, no harm to kids, no harm to women, no harm to men, no harm to gay, no harm to lesbian, no harm to transgenders. You are a gender, meaning you are a human being. So no harm to human being. That is why I'm kind of not happy about the 16 days of activism where we have to we put it under this bottle. Like we do it and the entire year we forget. Like, look, we just from lockdown, so much was happening. Like the cases that were reported, they were very shocking. And we come when we give it only 16 days. Yeah, and come, let's pack you in. Let's see if we can fix it all in 16 days. It doesn't need a 16 days. It needs a lifetime. It's supposed to be a lifestyle. No harm to humans. No harm to gender-based. No harm to gender means gender, you're a human. Gender, you're a man. Gender, you're a woman. Gender, you're a child. Gender, you're whoever. Gender, you're a living being. No harm to a living being. But we want to do it in 16 days. It's not enough. It will never be enough. This no harm, it's supposed to be like this oxygen that we're taking through our noses that is giving life to us. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be an everyday thing, a daily thing. That's how I feel. Well, in 2010, on the 14th of March, we had an argument with my partner the previous day, which the following day he came inside. He wanted to talk to me about something privately. We went to the bedroom, he locked. He said nothing. Like, I'm sitting there, why am I here? Why am I here? And he's moving around. He pulled out a 5-liter can, throw it all over me. Now I realize, oh my God, we are so fighting. We are fighting. Now here I am fighting with him for the match. He mustn't ignite. I'm holding his hands like that. I mean, who am I? I'm a woman. The masculine in me are not the same in him. So he overpowered me, ignited, left us there to die. Me and my daughter, of course. How I survived? He left us there through the window. I went through the window as well. In flames, everything in me was burning. The skin. Yeah, like you're frying some meat or something. Went to the tap, threw myself with water. Neighbors are away. Umachi, there's something wrong. Can we go help? I tell them my daughter is still in there. Can we intervene and go and check? And they say, my daughter, I see her. Look at her. Look at myself. I'm so swollen, badly bent. She's not. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna die. She'll survive. Little did I know. She passed away. I survived, My judgment was so poor. I think maybe the smoke in my head. I lived in a coma for a very long time. Waking up from that coma, I was put back in a coma medically because I was so bent, so much in a way that they didn't want to keep me awake while my wounds are healing, which was a good thing, though it took long. But waking up in a coma and they tell you your daughter has passed away, it's another thing. It's a disturbing thing. It's also disturbing when it comes to healing as well. Because my healing progress even was a bit shaken. I wanted to die as well. I mean, come on. Why must I live? But after a few days, I realized I'm not dying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm not going anywhere. And I started understanding that I'm not going anywhere. That's when I started to want to heal. I wanted to, can I get better? Can these wounds be scars already? Oh my gosh, until I looked myself in the mirror. Oh, the shock. I was like, who's that? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Of course it was me. So I have to learn to accept this new person. This Tembi that who went into a coma and now wakes up with a different look. How do you sync them together, Oh, you are this, you are that. Can we come together? You are you slept there knowing you are there, you're thinking because you close your eyes, you don't know how you look now, you're thinking, oh, until you look at yourself and you're like, wow, okay, can I connect to you, person? Who are you? I don't know you. Can I get to know you better? Of course. It was very challenging. But the fact that when you face death and you woke up, you appreciate the little things in life. The mini winky little things, you appreciate them. They buy you a sweet, you're so happy. Wow, this life is, I enjoy life. He said, why? Because you bought me a sweet. Wow, okay. That's how it goes when you survive. That's how it goes. And you just love life. Nothing more matters. Even the scars, the stirring, whatever, doesn't matter. Like you get people will be looking at me like, dude, do you know what I went through? What you see now, it's nothing. I'm happy with it. Could have been worse. Hey? The thing is that people will love judging. We enjoy judging. We love judging. You know, you look at a bent me. They don't even know what happened to me. Already things already running in your head. Oh, she's scary. Oh, she's whatever. Oh, she looks not normal. Oh, she's all that. I fought for all this with everything that I had. With the support of God, of course. I didn't do it alone, but I fought for it. That little that I got, this, I love it. It's all I can come back with from the fire. It's all I could come back with. And it's all I could work with. And I'm making it work for me. It's working. It's okay. I can breathe. I can eat. I can. Of course, there are complications here and there, but then nothing compared to where I come from. For me, this is heaven. You know, heaven on earth. It's heaven for me. I mean, given a chance like that, will you just go back and waste it, not enjoying life? Like, really? Like, you saw you were going, like this, going. And they say, go back. And you come and you spend it depressed. Who? Me? And if they take it again, I'm not doing that. I love life. I love life. So do not let this gender based violence thing get to you. But we have to be activists, all of us. We have to, it's a must. It's a must. By starting today, the future we're gonna go to tomorrow, we're creating it today. We cannot go to a future and we say we don't know where we're going to. We're creating tomorrow by living today. There won't be tomorrow without today. So let's pledge to love and protect each other and save the human seed. As I said, when they say gender based violence, you go to gender. What's your gender? A male, you're a female, and you're a human. Then we have children. No harm to children. Those little kids, those little children, protect them. You're gonna have future burn survivors, I'm telling you. If you keep on doing that, you're gonna have future ex-convicts or whatever. As partners, can we learn to respect our kids? Can we know they are kids? Can we protect them? Not only from the outside, from us as the parents. As parents, we fight, we argue, we do things. Can we not ever do it in front of them? We're not hiding it from them, but can we protect them? Because we don't want future bullies and future fighters. And a boy who's angry because my father was beating my mother, I'm so angry. Very, very angry. So he goes and bully other kids. Let's protect those gems. It's our future. And then we have those in this gender, we have this older man. The older man who buys our younger kids nice things, nice goods. They know they're disadvantaged, so they give them the things they can afford for themselves, or the parents they cannot afford for them. They're just sitting there waiting to strike. Those older men who will give our kids everything so that they can sleep with them. Can you please stop? They're just kids. I mean, come on, there's a lot of women. You guys are always saying there's a lot of women than men, but it's very funny how you go and rape kids but there's a lot of women. Why can't you go and get yourself a woman or something? You always say there's a lot of women than men, isn't it? Is that the point? Pardon me? How do you go and undress in front of a little girl, a 14-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old? How do you go and do that? Is it some sort of transitioning, or what? Are we? Thinking about this whole thing, it turns me so numb. I become so numb thinking about all the men, young kids, taking advantage of them. For heaven's sake, they can't even say anything to you or protect themselves or argue with you, or you just take advantage of them. What's in your mind? What's all this? The beating, the rapings, the femicides. It's saddening. Yes, of course, we're on gender-based violence, which it's a pandemic on its own that needs some lockdown. I don't know what kind of a lockdown, but I feel like it needs some sort of a lockdown. I don't even know how we're gonna even begin to lock down on this one, because it really is a pandemic. There is no way you don't hear a woman being beaten every hour, every day. You open the social media, it's happening. 10 years down the line, we're still singing the very same song. Isn't it boring? We sound like a broken record by now. Like, gender-based violence, gender-based violence. Like, please. The abusers are our brothers, our sisters, our uncles. I mean, it's not just people who are just falling from the sky, some aliens. It's very funny when they say every woman will get raped and another woman will know about it, but no man will know that another man is a rapist. Very funny, right? That's how private men they are. That's why we're supposed to protect the future seed. We need to go into it in a different angle. We protect them today, they become the better future partners. Ave bakwatile abantu besilisa. Yo! Aisha. Fundani ukukhuluma, learn to talk. Taba ya hore indoda ayikhali, monna halli. Men don't cry. Isisho nje, it doesn't have to apply in real life. Abo mama taba ya hore mosadi o tshwara thipa ka bohaleng izo o siga itshware ebuhaleng iyasikana akusiki yakushisa bathi yabuela piteng iyasha. So come out, whether you are a male or you are a woman, you're experiencing some abuse. You're worth it. You do not have to go through that. You know, you were not born to live your life in misery. You were not born to be somebody else. Doormat. You were not born to be abused. There's a purpose for you here. Don't let another person give you a purpose. There's a purpose that is given when you are born to you. And should somebody comes and intervene with that purpose, then you're living your life like a corpse. You're a dead human being. Oh, isidumbu esiphilayo sisho njalo awukwazi ukuba isidumbu esiphilayo. You are an existent. You are existing. Exist. Leave a mark. You're not somebody's project. We are all here given project from the Most High. Don't let people delegate themselves into being. Control of your life. So we're sharing awareness. We're chilling here with Miss T, the pain survivor. Of course, I'm a domestic violence survivor. I'm putting my heart out there. Don't be, I don't want some other. It's not all up to me, of course, but I wouldn't love to see a younger survivor, a person who will have to go through what I've went through. The awareness is for that. is to protect you and give you advice. Pardon me. To give you advice on how dangerous it could turn. I know we always say, nah, it won't happen to me. Isn't there a TV? You are TV also. It can happen to you. You know, this is Earth, planet Earth. So gender-based violence is a matter of emergency actually. Njengoba ngishizo ukuthi it's a pandemic nayo iyayidinga i-lockdown. I just don't know how or who's gonna be locked down. It's very sad. It's so sad. But we're positive. We're gonna win it. Our kids are not supposed to go through what we went through. We are wiser. We know better. We are supportive. We are informed. And we are working hard to try and say, Abu Baba, I know there are some women that are abusive, but guys, it tones, yes, it happens, it does. But the thing is, Abu Baba, they feel entitled into doing this thing. Like it's their birth given right somehow to go and beat up women. We need to end that, Nana Baba. Like, Kuluma, and talk about this in your circles. Like, normalize talking about it. Stop this thing of fear of the unknown. Learn to talk, dear men. Learn to talk. Learn to share. Even if it doesn't happen to you or somebody you know, just talk about the topic. Just hear how your circle feel about it. I mean, you'll know if somebody is dodgy or like just talk randomly. Just talk about it. Normalize it. Normalize talking about it. You guys don't talk about it. You influencing this whole thing, because even if you are supportive but you don't talk about it. Can we learn to talk about it? So we're starting it. We'll get end products. We'll get there. We will get there. And like I said, you're being abused, you've been bitten. Run, 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 run. I know you're gonna say you will have nowhere to go. A plan will come up. There's always a plan. There is always a plan. So Abu Mama Tinani, by saying Tinani, angithi bekezelelani ukuhlukumezwa. No. Be strong enough to walk away. Be strong enough to walk away. Be strong enough to go and start over. Be strong enough to leave it all behind you. It's not easy, but it's doable. Everybody fears to start over. But the fear is just of the unknown. Who knows? Could be a better person than what you are today. In closing, I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I love you guys, the support. I see you and Link. Let's fight spiritually. Can we fight it? We're gonna be right. We're gonna come right. It's a nerve-wracking thing. I know. It gives me chills every time I hear that it's happened to somebody, because I went through it. I know how it feels. So stay safe. Be an activist. Start it at your own home. Protect your kids. Protect the future state. And we'll do it again. I thank you.